Probably one of the first verses that I learned as a young Christian was John 3:16. Maybe you know it too. If so, then repeat it with me as we say it. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Now, if you were a King Jameser, you might have said, shall not perish, or maybe if you were a Message Bible, you just really trimmed that down to something super cliche and awesome. But I love that verse, because it speaks to me in a lot of ways. In fact, when I think of that verse, one of the things that I think about is this guy who used to show up at the back of football games or baseball games, right? There was a song made about him called "Been a Man," and he would hold up that verse, John 3:16, for like every camera angle to catch, and for the whole world to be compelled, he was hoping, right, to go and see what that means. I'm curious for you, though, what is it about that verse that grabs a hold of you? Is it the character of God, this idea that he's a loving father who pursues us? Is it the love of the son, that he would lay down his life, everything, so that I could one day have everything? I could have forever with him. Is it this divide that's between us, that if God hadn't done that, we couldn't have this relationship with him? Whatever it is about that, this hope, this joy, it fills me with an incredible amount of gratitude and joy and hope in my future because of what Jesus did. And it's not something that I want to keep to myself, right? It's something I want to share. In fact, one of the things I love about Hill Country is that we are a church who's like, this news is too good. We cannot keep it to ourselves. So we've got this big mission statement, right? That each of us together, you and I together, would be all about saturating Greater Austin with the love of Jesus. Each of us together saturating Greater Austin with the love of Jesus. That's our mission statement at Hill Country Bible Church. Our vision is that together we would be a movement of changed lives that impacts Greater Austin and beyond for Christ. And we actually are doing that right now through online churches and through planting churches. We're seeing our reach go far and wide. And it's pretty awesome. It's exciting. In fact, it gets me pretty excited about being able to be a part of that. And so it begs the question, what am I doing to be a part of that? Not just sort of rah, rah, ree, go get 'em Hill Country, but me in my life today. My prayer for you and my prayer for me too is that I would live my life today asking God to open up opportunities for me to be able to share the love of Jesus with everyone who I come in contact with. And I hope that you'll do the same thing today too. Whether it's tonight, maybe out, hanging out with people, or as you go grocery shopping or stop at the gas pump or something, or maybe it's tomorrow as the weekend gets going, or, great places this Sunday. And so I want to encourage you that every person who walks through that door is asking the question, what does God have to say for me today? They're coming through the door of a church on a Sunday wondering if Jesus is relevant for them today. And they're listening, hoping that he is. And so you and I get an opportunity to be a big part of what God's up to on Sunday as we welcome guests. Every time we welcome them in with a warm smile, every time we help them find their way to the worship center, their kids get plugged into a kids service, every time we help them find a seat, every time we're available at the end to let them know that they were expected and they mattered, and we do a reverse greet to just confirm to them that this is a place, man, where they are counted on, and we expect them to feel welcome as far as it depends on us. Every time we do that, we're sending the message that there is a great big God who loves them in a great big way, and it is a big deal. So thank you so much for being a part of that. Thank you so much for being a part of sending that huge message to every person, man, woman, and child of any age, from any ethnicity, no matter what background they're coming in, no matter where they're at in their journey with Jesus, whether they're far away from God or they're pressed right up against that hope of glory. We're a part of it. And I just want to thank you for that. I also want to encourage you, though, to remember that this isn't just a Sunday thing, but this is an everyday thing. This is a everywhere thing, to everyone kind of thing. This is not something to be held close in a container as though it is something, to be kept to ourselves, but this is something to let go, to shine to as many people as possible. And so today, when you get this message, would you just take a moment to pause right after this message, pause before you go into your next thing and say, God, if you can use anything, Lord, you can use me. Would you take me today and use me wherever you want to, in whatever way you want to? I'll be available. And when you do that, you get to be a part of saturating Greater Austin with the love of Jesus. And honestly, you have to be a part of it. It takes each of us together, me and you. It takes each of us together. And I hope that you'll take that real serious. So thank you so much for being a part of welcoming guests each and every Sunday. But thank you also for not just being a connector who connects kind of in one little space, but viewing yourself as this person who God has made you to be, one who connects far and wide as often as possible. I'm going to pray that for my life this week. Would you pray that for yours as well? And if we do, what might God do? I can't wait to find out. Remember, the Connections Ministry helps every individual connect to Jesus and life with his family here at Hill Country Bible Church. And I just want to thank you for being a part of that. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you tomorrow, and I can't wait for it. Take care. Bye.